High side for the lead, Kyle Busch. See if he'll make the pass on Eric Jones. And around goes the 5. Cole Custer into the grass.
Looks like no damage to the front, though. We saw in Cup practice when Kurt Busch got in the grass, it just really damaged the front end. But I don't see much damage. A little bit of grill damage, maybe, but other than that, that's all I see.
Just get caught up when you can.
He just comes up, tries to change lanes, tries to come up in front of the 14 of Matt DiBenedetto, and there just wasn't room. I mean, Matt was in the gas, wide open. The 5 really, I mean, that's just, I think, a mistake by a young driver. I don't think that hole is real. I don't think that hole is there. It's barely the size for one car. I think it was just a poor decision to come up.
We had just shown the spotters.
See right there, sorry, but see right there where the splitter got into the grass.
Right.
Lucky was going sideways and kind of skirting across the grass rather than going straight on at it and digging in and just tearing the nose up.
I had mentioned the spotters. They're really coming at the spotters. When they come out of turn number 4, they're coming right at them. Is that a difficult situation?
To explain, it's not like Talladega and Daytona as far as restricted plate racing.
Oh, around goes Cole Custer
again through the grass.
Damage this time.
A lot more damage to the front end of the 5. The last time was some contact made between Cole and Matt DiBenedetto. We'll see if this was contact again.
You see he comes up the racetrack. Couldn't tell before. I mean, I assume he hit him.
How far could he have hit him? They were going down the straightaway. That was really odd looking.
Yeah, Ross Chastain in the 4. Take another look.
Or just caught him in the left rear, I guess.
The front stretch is difficult today for Cole Custer.
You go right here. He's on the left rear. Had he hit him right in the rear bumper, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But when you hit him in the left rear quarter panel, it just spun him out on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I don't know if Cole was actually breathing a little bit as he caught the 41, but it definitely seemed to be contact.
We try to save that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Cole. I mean, to get contact that turns you around on the straightaway is frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah, I think I can't believe he would have been breathing. And I think he was wide open in the throttle, and just Chastain had a little bit of a run on him.
Second, Rick. And he's got the momentum once again as he looked high, but Elliott Sadler came up and around goes to 0-7. Ray Black Jr.
We need 4 tires. Just lock it down, lock it down.
It looks as though it's going to be a 1-car incident. Ray Black Jr. spinning around. Brendan Gaughan was trapped a lap down on the inside. That's 0-7.
Well, just touched the apron just a little bit. That got him a little bit loose. That 86 on the outside of Brandon Brown, that was taking a little bit air off his spoiler as well. But it looked like to me the 07 got right on the apron, and that started the incident.
And we saw the 86 actually go all the way up to the wall and maybe make a little contact with the wall. Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch meeting as they enter turn number 1. Splitting the lap down cars, and around goes behind him Justin Allgaier in the 7 involved, as is Darrell Wallace Jr., both Chase drivers.
I think Ryan Reed was also in that wreck.
Cole Custer is involved in it as well.
So potentially 3 of our Chase contenders are in one wreck.
A lot of damage to the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr., as well as the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Let's take a look at the 16, see if there's damage.
There is. It's not as significant as the damage on the other cars, but there is damage.
Things get crazy after restarts, and this was one of those 4 wide situations that was about to build.
I think Brandon Jones just misjudged the entry speed of the 7 car, trying to make a little bit of a move on the bottom, and got into the back of him and got the 7 turned around, and then really nothing these guys could do.
Ryan Reed may have got away unscathed as he dove down inside the 7 and 6. But we know that Ryan Sieg involved, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, Darrell Wallace Jr. Take a look at the 16. He dives down to the apron.
Yeah, I think he just barely touched the right front fender. We saw damage on the right side, so I think he barely touched the left front fender of the 7 car.
All of that happening at about 175 miles an hour as they were going into one.
So right there, the contact. Let Cook by it clean. Right there, maybe just a little bit of contact.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. A nice job of not making it more severe. I mean, Ryan Reed is basically on a lap of his own at 2 laps down.
Let's ride along with Ryan Reed, see what kind of a wild ride he had.
Top 3, sir. So there, check up, hard, check up.
He actually got in the wall before.
Keep it straight, clear high.
Like to your, Jeff, like you get out of the gas and the car kind of went straight a little bit, or got on the brakes and it went straight a little bit.
Grass flying. A lot of sheet metal torn up. With just 34 laps to go, Justin Allgaier, Darrell Wallace Jr., 2 chase contenders, now with issues. Right by the 3 of Ty Dillon.
Eric Jones has to be disappointed.
Oh, and the caution comes out. Brendan Gaughan sliding through the grass.
Another one of our contenders with hood damage. You see the left front of the hood. The hinge is broken. They're going to have to come in and get that tape down. He's already 1 lap down.
We're not done yet.
Exiting turn 4.
Looks like a lot of smoke,
Yes,
though.
it does.
I think he has some sort of either an oil leak or... Well, you see the damage on the nose underneath the 62 on the right front.
Yep. Take another look at what happened with Brendan Gaughan. Tried to stay off of the 4 of Ross Chastain and went right into the grass.
I wonder when it went on the grass, he hit the bottom as something, if it like knocked a radiator out of the setting or something, and then knocked a hole in it, knocked a line off.
Yeah, big hit when he hit the grass. We ride along with Joey Logano.
It's clear on the bottom in front of that 62. Clear behind that 33. Oh, good job. Keep digging.
When the spotter says, whoa, good job.
Too many cars fighting for one spot.
And once again, you see the dirt and sod flying.
See the 43 up top here behind his teammate in the 44.
So he got into the back of the 44 and slowed down a little bit. Then the 23 behind him did not anticipate. You know, David Reagan behind him just didn't anticipate him slowing down that much. Look how much damage to the 23 as well. Both of those cars, big damage.
Yeah, it looked like David Reagan maybe lost the front end a little bit and went up the racetrack as well.
And you see all the debris coming off the 43, and NASCAR has no choice but to put your caution out. So you see right here a little bit in real time how they kind of accordion. It seemed like the 43 checked up instead of going underneath the 44, and the 23 didn't have time to check up.
Take another look coming at you out of 2.
You see that's the 1 of Jamie McMurray in the middle, 3 wide, makes contact with, I believe that's the 88 on that right front tire. We saw the smoke, and as he goes down into turn 3, just goes straight, which I would have to believe probably cut that right front tire or had a leak. The 1 never even.
And second can going in now for Martin Truex Jr. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. Car's been handling great, and caution for the 78. That's going to change the game.
Yeah, caution comes out. It's actually the 30 that causes it, the Josh Wise car. He is stopped just coming out of turn 4. It came out, looked as though he was scored as the first car a lap down, but we'll have to wait from NASCAR to find out if he will get the free pass.
Well, the first thing we have to determine from NASCAR is if he is a lap down. Because when the caution comes out, he then has to race, as we see Josh Wise in the wall, he has to race the leader to the pit outline. He's pitting past start finish, so it's...
They had to pull that fender out. Looked like there might have been some contact there. We also saw contact.
Broke. It's wobbling here.
And up against the wall, the 42 of Kyle Larson. We saw a little bit of contact with the wall. It had to have been for the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Now the caution is out. The 42 slow around the top of the track against the wall.
heard him saying something about having some sort of an issue. I believe it was their radio we were listening to, but hard to tell what happened right there. Maybe the 24 radio we were listening to.
And 34 points back is the 24 of Chase Elliott. After going from the highs of highs, and the 2 goes around, Brad Keselowski, a lot of damage to the front end of that car. Keselowski into the grass.
I gave him room, didn't I, Joe? So you came up in front of him. Straight back to the garage here.
So you heard there was already a question on the radio whether Brad thought he gave room or not. So we have to go back and see the replay here to see. We saw this yesterday in the Xfinity race, yes. Rick. This exit of turn 4 got us a couple times. Here he is passing the 11 to Denny Hamlin. Looks like he almost wiggles and comes up in front of him. I don't know if he needs to get out of the gas or what. And the 11 just basically makes contact. But I can't believe Denny just ran into him on purpose. We're going to have to see that look a few more times.
Well, you heard the spotter. He said, did I give him room? And he said, well, you came up in front of him. Right there, he got loose, slowed his momentum down. The 11 was coming, and that's why the problem. Keselowski thought he was clear, but when he was moving up the racetrack, he wasn't anticipating getting loose like that. He got crazy loose, had to lift off the throttle, I would imagine. Denny Hamlin got in the back of him.
Yeah, so he came up in front of the 11, but the 11 just didn't have time to slow down, Rick, and ended up sending the 2 of Brad Keselowski into the grass. As we see the 7 getting into the wall right there. And the next chunk of chase cars, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon on 2 tires, and Martin Truex back in 7th, 8th, 9th. Can they afford